SpaceX is finally launching their Super Heavy to orbit this week. SpaceX fans following the company's next-generation rocket have grown accustomed to the first orbital launch being postponed multiple times. However, SpaceX has revealed the world's most powerful booster, which is about to launch into space for the first time. Super Heavy, which is going to enter orbit this week, is determined to maintain its lead over more prominent and older players. SpaceX is forging ahead with contracts from both private and government customers. We bring you all the exciting updates that SpaceX is launching in this video. However, much of the company's growth is driven by the visionary CEO Elon Musk's burning personal ambition. Musk wants to make space travel affordable to everyone, not just the wealthy. Musk's more ruthless ambition is to colonize Mars with permanent residence. Musk is responsible for developing the most powerful rocket, the Starship. The Mars colonization enterprise will be the backbone, transporting humans and cargo to Mars. The Starship consists of two stages, the upper stage and the lower stage Supership. Despite its enormous power, the Super Heavy is undoubtedly the most powerful booster rocket ever built. The booster is entirely reusable, and a single Super Heavy can be used repeatedly. Musk claims that Super Heavy will be ready for the next launch within 30 minutes of landing, which is unheard of in the space industry, but of course, you can trust Musk to go where no one has gone before. The Super Heavy is a massive structure that rivals the height of many prominent buildings. It is 69 meters tall and 9 meters wide, with a capacity of 3,400 tons of fuel. It has a mass of over 3 million kilograms, and its in-house Raptor engines produce tremendous heat. On the other hand, Musk has designed a more spectacular landing for the Super Heavy. After decoupling from the upper stage, the Super Heavy can land on its retractable 6 legs. A pair of arms attached to the launch tower will catch it mid-flight. Even Musk acknowledges the risk until the system is perfected, but that will not deter him, and fans can't wait to see the Super Heavy launch into space. Other groups are also anticipating the Super Heavy with bated breath. SpaceX plans to use the Starship to provide rapid transportation to Earth travelers. The US Army is also interested in using it to transport heavy cargo quickly from one location to another on the planet. Elon Musk has also demonstrated the Starship's immense potential contribution to space research. He described how a Starship launched by a Super Heavy could transport heavy-duty equipment that scientists could use to explore and investigate other planets. Until now, all investment in the development of Starships was suborbital. However, due to the complex design, the Starship must pass rigorous testing before being approved. To prepare for the historic launch, the SpaceX crew has been working around the clock in Boca Chica, Texas, where the company has extensive facilities. SpaceX has installed the new Raptor engines on the Super Heavy's 7 prototypes, but only after some necessary booster repairs were completed. SpaceX then began testing to ensure the boosters back up and running. This was quickly followed by filling the tank with at least 3,000 tons, or 6.5 million pounds, of liquid nitrogen and oxygen in a cryogenic proof test less than 48 hours after the first post-repair test. Booster 7 passed another full cryoproof test days after SpaceX attached a crane to the Super Heavy B7. They also removed it from the orbital launch mount before rolling the rocket back to the building site at Starbase. Musk did not reveal what happened here on his preferred communication channel, Twitter. Even so, the installation of the more powerful version 2 Raptor rocket engines piqued the interest of many fans. When all 33 Raptor engines fired simultaneously, Booster 7 can produce approximately 7,600 metric tons of thrust. Not long after, Tesla reported that SpaceX quickly launched a campaign to qualify the booster for flight. This is necessary because it determines whether the aircraft is fit to fly or not. Musk himself tweeted that all Raptor engines required for the first flight had been completed and successfully installed. SpaceX began installing grid fans on Booster 7 around the same time and was working on the orbital launch site. These shields will protect it if this booster survives the launch, re-entry, and landing. Previously, SpaceX was seen transporting a large number of Raptor engines. On the other hand, SpaceX is taking its time, encasing the Booster 7's Raptors and engine section to protect them during static fire testing. It has replenished the massive tank farms that hold and distribute thousands of tons of liquid oxygen, methane, liquid nitrogen, and a few other gases. This step is required for a full wet dress rehearsal, which has never been done before with Super Heavy. The process would necessitate filling the booster with approximately 3,400 tons of fuel. Booster 7 is expected to produce 41% more thrust than Booster 4, which was theoretically capable. During the same period, SpaceX completed the installation of Booster 7's Raptor heat shield. It is significant because SpaceX completed in 6 weeks work that took Booster 4 nearly a year to complete, but testing Booster 4 did not receive the same priority as testing Booster 7 has. Musk explained that the static fire test campaign would begin with only a few of the Raptor's engines being fired. SpaceX has never used more than 6 Raptor engines at once, and has never used more than 3 Raptors on a single booster. As expected, the arms lifted the booster onto the mount before its 20 hold-down clamps secured it. These arms are complex structures, but they're not wind sensitive. A problem is if SpaceX uses cranes in open Texas fields. Meanwhile, an unexpected explosion and fireball accident happened, and Booster 7 had to be removed from the mount. Musk revealed that while the damage was minor, a visit to the factory was still required. It all happened when methane found an ignition source and exploded with the force of several pounds of TNT, according to at least one observer. The drama continued when Howard's SpaceX attempted to empty its Super Heavy 7 boosters to prevent further explosions. It was also frantically trying to avoid starting a fire at the pad. Musk stated that Booster 7 would be returned to the launch platform within a week, and SpaceX would be able to repair the Raptor engine and reuse it on a future booster. On the bright side, the explosion may provide SpaceX with valuable data that can be used to improve the durability and performance of the heat shield on the Raptor and Super Heavy. Nonetheless, a thorough inspection of Booster 7 after the end could take a week or two. The worst case scenario is that more chronic damage is discovered, or the entire heat shield or mini Raptors must be removed or replaced. The bake could take a month or more to mature. If the Super Heavy returns quickly, there are 2 ways to look at this, or 2 possible outcomes. If this does not occur, SpaceX should consider whether Booster 7 is fit to support the Starship orbital launch debut, and even conduct fire testing, or whether the outcome with Booster 7 and SpaceX has begun prioritizing Booster 8 over it. That's all for today. To keep up with this and more, subscribe to the channel and stay connected.